One of my favorite games is Risk. I like it so much, I even bought the 40th Anniversary Collector's Edition back in 2019. It states right on the box that Risk is the game of global domination. Opening the box reveals the game board, rulebook, 3 black and 2 white dice, cards, and colored bags filled with miniature figurines in the shapes of infantry, cavalry, and cannons. The infantry, cavalry, and cannons represent 1, 5, and 10 armies. The game board is a map of the world divided into the 7 major continents, which are further divided into countries. The ultimate objective of the game is to occupy every country in the world. Gameplay starts by dealing the Risk cards evenly among the players. Each card has a unique country on it. For this example, I will show 6 players. Each player counts out 20 infantry and places at least 1 infantry on each of the countries they were dealt. The board should be completely covered by a multiple of colors. On a player's turn, they choose a country that neighbors one that they currently occupy. Here we see Indonesia occupied by silver armies and Australia occupied by red armies. Red decides to attack. All of the red attacking armies from Australia are positioned near the silver defending ones in Indonesia. Battle is commenced by rolling the black and white dice. The attacking player uses the black dice and the defending player uses the white. The dice are thrown and the highest values of each color are compared. In this case, the highest black die is 6 and the highest white die is 4. Because the attacker's die is larger, the defender loses an army. The same situation plays out when comparing the next highest values. In the end, the defender loses 2 armies. Silver still has 1 remaining army, so battle continues. The dice are thrown, but because there is only 1 silver army on the board, only 1 white die is allowed. The high numbers for this roll are both 6. The tie goes to the defense, and 1 red army is lost. The dice are rolled one last time, and the red armies are victorious. Play continues in this manner until only 1 color of armies remains, and is declared the winner. A few incentives are included in the game to aid in its progression. At the beginning of each turn, players get to fortify their armies in up to 3 ways. The first way is they get to add 1 extra army for every 3 countries they occupy. The second way is that if they occupy an entire continent, they get extra armies according to the chart on the board. The third way is they can turn in Risk cards for extra armies. 1 Risk card is collected at the end of a player's turn if they conquer at least 1 country. Once 3 cards showing the same type of army or all 3 different armies are collected, they can be turned in for extra armies according to the numbers found along the bottom of the board. The first player to turn in cards gets 4 armies, the second collects 6, and so on. The reason I like Risk so much isn't necessarily because of the gameplay itself, it's because the game facilitates hours, usually many of them, of interaction with friends and family. It is the ultimate Thanksgiving night family game when you're fighting off the tryptophan and can barely stay awake. My favorite story with Risk, however, is the one that involves this mountain. This is Mount Timpanogos. She overlooks the Provo Valley in Utah, although her backside is shown here. The best time to tackle this 18-mile round-trip 4,500-foot elevation hike to 11,750 feet in elevation is around 1 a.m. in the morning. It became a tradition for us to get together the evening before a hike, have dinner, and begin a game of Risk. The game would start, and one by one, the soon-be hikers would be eliminated. When the game was over, the hike began. The catch was that if you win the game, you have to clean it up, and you don't get to sleep. Risk has provided the stage for many memorable moments with my friends and family, and will remain at the top of my list of favorite games.